So when are you going to be an unrepressed killer?
Next fight.
Next fight. Well, let's look at how you developed your killing skills in this one. So you fought Saorattana SitkruJEab.
Yep.
Was she was in the Thaiwasadu quarterfinals?
Yes, yeah, she fought a week before I did against Giselle Worth, I think. And then she was on the opposite side of the bracket as me, and then after weigh-ins on Friday, we like picked.
Oh, yeah.
And then I picked her.
How did you, so right now, for those of you out there in internet land that are unfamiliar, Thaiwasadu is a construction company. It's similar to Home Depot in America. I don't know what there is in Canada.
Home Depot as well.
Home Depot in Canada. Is it in Germany too? Okay,
no.
Home Depot in Germany maybe?
Maybe.
Anyways, they sponsor this tournament. There's 3 weight categories. This one's 57. She is now in the finals of it.
Yes.
So this was the semifinals, and it's a pretty substantial prize for winning, right? 60,000 baht, 80,000, something like that. Was there anything in particular about the lead up to this fight?
Nothing much, because I didn't know exactly who I was fighting, but it was more like just to develop my skills more, since I was able to fight in between just to like keep myself warm. I was able just to like work more on like wanting to like end the fight early, and then like working just like kind of as like a practice fight for like the semifinals and stuff, to work on my kicks and stuff like that. So that was mostly the preparation for this fight, was just to like get all around skills.
And how did you feel about this matchup? Because the other 2 matchups would have been against Sarah Goyer and then Yuli Alves, and you will fight Sarah in the finals next month.
Yeah. I was, before like we like pulled like the little number on like the card and stuff, I was hoping that I would get the Thai girl, just because I haven't fought like a foreigner like from like the US or like anything like that in like since like last year. So I was like, it's kind of like I feel like I need more time to prepare for that, and like it would be good to know exactly who I fight. So I was hoping that the 2 foreigners would fight each other, and then I get the Thai, because I just felt more comfortable that I was able to like be more aggressive with like the Thai. So yeah.
So let's see what happens. Here is the tail of the tape as we get things underway. You fought at Fairtex Fight and Lumpini probably a lot now,
like
9 times. Yeah. And you're touching gloves here. How do you feel with the final instructions being given?
Yeah, once we get into the ring, I feel like calm, because usually like I don't really get nervous before fights, but when walking out and all of that, then I'm like, okay, now it's time. So then once like the instructions like are finished, then I like calm myself down again, and I'm like ready just to go.
And so things have already started. You're obviously being aggressive through a handful of kicks and some hands.
Yeah.
Did you have any game plans or feelings in this first 30 seconds or so?
Game plan was, because I did watch her fight against Giselle, she backs up a lot, and then all she really had was like the kicks. And I know from like past experience fighting with Thais and stuff, boxing is like really good to go against like them. So, and I wanted to work after my last fight to do more kicks and boxing and not just focus on the one thing. So I wanted to like add everything together. That was kind of my game plan, but everything else was just in the air.
And did you feel like you were doing that?
Yeah, I felt like that. Like when I watched like the fight back, I like threw a lot more kicks, and I was really like happy with that.
That last exchange was pretty typical for you. The face, the push in the face and the elbows is almost becoming a trademark for you.
The push in the face I do all the time, but sometimes I have like trouble with doing something after that, and then I kind of just sit there. But yeah, that's like a main thing of mine now, I think.
And so we're halfway through this first round. How are you feeling so far?
I think I was feeling good. I was still, obviously the first round is always like you're just feeling it out, but I felt pretty strong. Yeah, I felt pretty like good in this first round, but there's always like a lot of adrenaline like dump in the first round, so I never really remember it.
You pulled the leg before, and then that time you just sort of held it.
Yeah.
Is that, again, you're trying to catch a leg? Was that something you drilled a lot?
No, that's more of just a habit. Then like you can see like during the fight too, I like catch it a lot, but then I don't, like I just try to sweep or something. There's nothing really that comes behind it. But like the pulling of the teep, her kicks were very noticeable. It was very slow. So then I would just pull it in and then just punch her, because then it just got me in quicker. So yeah, it's more just force of habit.
And how did you feel in these clinch exchanges? It looks like you're getting position on her.
Yeah, I felt a lot better in these. I try now not to clinch as much because of like past fights where they're just like stalling. So then still learning that then they win the exchange and then I can't do anything. But I felt like she was pretty like flimsy, and she's actually smaller than me in weight. So when I knew that before I fought, like an hour or so before, so then that made me feel a little more confident to push in the clinch, because I was able to get in there.
Yeah, physically you look a little bigger. You guys weighed in at the same amount, or?
No, she fights 55 kilos.
Oh.
And then I was told then like beforehand that she fights like 54, and she weighed in like 54 kilos, and I was like, oh. Yeah, so I was like, okay, then I am like 3 kilos heavier than her. I was like, that made me feel a little better.
Yeah.
Because usually I'm the smaller one when I fight, like 57. They're always a bit more like proper built. So I felt a lot stronger.
Yeah. And here's the replays. What did you think going into this, after this first round?
I felt good because I think I tired her out, because I could see her when I was sitting in the corner. She was like, her face was like pretty like straight. There wasn't that much reaction, but her body looked really slumped. Yeah. But her face was really like...
Her face is super stoic.
Yeah, but she did look like... She didn't look confident. So, yeah, I felt a lot better.
And then what was your corner telling you?
Hearn came, who's at the bottom, he told me straight away that Mr. Wong called to just do boxing and elbows. And then I was like, okay, but of course I did the boxing, but the elbows I wasn't able to get my range right and stuff. But yeah, that was it. Just kind of like going forward and just like landing punches and like with my distancing and stuff.
Yeah, and here's the stall, and then I think you do that sweep a couple times. Yeah. So like she doesn't have the stall quite all the way across.
Yeah, and then that's why I felt comfortable coming into the clinch more, because she didn't have like the stall well, so then I came always in more. Yeah,
she sort of folds easily. Yeah. I think that 3 kilo difference is making an impact.
I think so, yeah.
Then here's a stall, and then you sort of like try to kick out the bottom of the leg.
Yeah.
Again.
That's again like just like such a habit in me to just try to like sweep them to get them tired, and then when it doesn't work, and then I look back at it, because then the like Noon was in my corner, and he was saying as well, he's like, stop sweeping. So I was like,
yeah, there you tried the sweep again.
Yeah.
So you're about a minute and a half, or almost halfway through this second round. Yeah. How are you feeling here?
I think I was feeling a lot better than the first round, because then I kind of knew how we were fighting, how it was going. Yeah, but I felt a lot better, and I kind of just, at this point, I thought maybe like I could end it, because I've noticed like my skills and my power have gotten like a lot better. So I'm like, instead of winning by decision, I'm like, I want to try to finish it, like making an impact, you know. So I felt good, yeah.
And where do you think she's weak right here?
I thought she was weak in the body. I think it really felt like that. So that's a lot what I was like focusing on, is then to like cut off her breathing time, you know, when I would like knee her. So that's what I felt like, and then her head would like bobble a lot.
Go bomb, bomb.
So then I was like, hey, like, yeah, I think she was weak in the stomach.
And you don't allow a lot of like rest time, like you said.
No.
Right when the referee breaks, you go right back on her.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of my favorite things too, because they always like need a rest, or then they turn around or something, and I want to be like right in their face straight after.
You like jogged forward after that break.
Yeah.
That's something Smilla does as well. She like runs in.
Yeah. And then it's also, it kind of like helps me too, because then it's like, okay, I'm not tired. I just go straight in, and then I don't get that time to feel exhausted.
Yeah, she's looking real rough here.
Yeah.
Did you see any like particular openings here, or were you just like, just work?
Her face, yeah, mostly the opening, but then yeah, mostly just wanted to up my work rate and kind of just get her exhausted, because I was like, they could just finish it if she doesn't defend anymore. So yeah, I just wanted to put a lot in there.
And looking back at this, what sort of lessons have you learned from maybe this second round?
Maybe because she is like already like exhausted and stuff, to really focus then on my power, because I can see that she's not doing anything. So instead of just going in, kind of setting it up more, and then really and just really like clenching my fists and just like going in for it to like kill you basically.
Yeah, like that hook was sort of soft.
Yeah,
and you're just like, oh, there's sort of an opening, ding.
Yeah,
whereas
and then if I know, if I'm placing the shot, then I add more.
Yeah, like those two shots they're like a little off.
Yeah.
You know.
Same with like the kicks too. They were like landing, but like if I just paused for a second and like really forced it in, it made more of an impact.
And going into this final round, did the corner tell you anything in particular?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
I think it was kind of just like going in. Yeah. So how were you feeling in terms of score and where the fight was going? I felt like it was going my way, but obviously with the Thais as well, they have like a good kick, and I've noticed like sometimes that kick then like lands on the scorecard. So in all of the rounds, then that's why my work rate was also so high, because I didn't want her to do nothing but then still win, because she won her last fight I think like that as well. But going
just like kick.
Yeah, and then going into this like third round as well, I was kind of like, I could see that she was exhausted, and then for me, it is more fun if someone like fights, you know, comes in and isn't tired. So then at this point I was like, okay, I just want it to be over. I just want to really, really push it, because it's my last round. So maybe instead of decision, I can win by like it ending.
And did you see any signs of her really tiring out?
Yeah, like just there too. Like she would always back up anyway, so that wasn't a big thing. But her head going backwards, and then even in the clinch, by the beginning of the fight it felt a little more sturdy, and then by the end of it even her knee stalls became extremely weak. So then that's how I could tell that she was like fading. So yeah.
And boom, there's that cross face, and these are good knees, and then
and then
the way
I didn't know that they were gonna end it, but then I thought as well, if I just like keep it up, and I noticed she wasn't really blocking, then I was like, it looks like then like she's not doing anything. So.
And how did you feel about that finish? I
was happy that it ended instead of like ending by decision, because that's what I've learned now. It's like better to end it. But yeah, I was happy because I did feel like improvements during this fight. So yeah, I was happy with that.
And here's the final replays. You see she's very defensive, and definitely you're just, sometimes you like score clean. Yeah, and but sometimes you're like blah 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 blah.
Yeah. Like, sometimes it's just to like just get in there and then just like do it. But yeah, have to work more on like my distancing, and then knowing when to like do a lot more power.
Yeah. And here's that final exchange and the wave off. How did you feel winning this fight?
I felt good, because I came back from like the quarterfinals. I lost that one, but she didn't make weight, so I automatically like went up into the tournament. And then just from that fight, I learned a lot on what to do, what not to do. So then I went back into the gym and I worked on it. And then having that fight in between helped me as well be a little more, and coming off of a TKO win as well, had me then more confident. So winning this made me feel like I deserved kind of to be in the final, like that I worked for it.
Yeah.
So I was happy with that.
Great. So you fight Sarah Goer next month.
Yes.
May 18th is what it's
Pretty soon.
pretty soon. So I assume you're already back in the gym.
Yeah.
And we're excited about the upcoming fight. And where can we follow along with your journey to the Thaiwasadu final?
On Instagram.
Yeah. And your name on Instagram will be right there, but why don't you say it?
It's underscore Elisa Keck.
Okay. Would you like to say anything else before we go?
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Hope you enjoy.
I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching, Deanna. What's your mom's name?
Thanks for watching, Mom.
Bye.
See.